You don't need to be a trained chef with fancy tools and ingredients to make great food. I'm a third-generation turkey farmer, and I've been cooking my whole life. Whether it's cooking for friends over a fire in the backyard, or simply throwing something together for the wife and kids, I've picked up some tips and tricks along the way to make good food great. I want to share those with you and take the fear out of cooking. Hey everybody, my name is Eric. Welcome to another edition of the Chubby Farmer, where I take the fear out of cooking. Well, it's almost winter time here in Manitoba, and that means it's time to get the produce out of my garden and into my pantry. Today we're going to do that by making one of my favorite things ever, salsa. We're going today with a roasted habanero salsa. So you can see here I've quartered up a bunch of tomatoes, a couple of onions, I put a couple of cloves of garlic, and 3 halved, and this is the key, seeded habaneros onto a pan. I'm going to shoot them with a squirt of oil and put on some salt and pepper. These habaneros are very hot. I ate one whole earlier this summer. Maybe I'll post that video as well, just for your entertainment, because it was hot. I ate the whole thing, seeds and all, and it burnt me for a couple of days after that in various ways. So you want to make sure you're coating everything with oil. You're going to put these under your broiler and let them get a really nice char on them. That's going to give it a really nice flavor. It's also going to bring the flavors of each of these veggies out. So you're going to hit it up with some S&P. And throw that under your broiler till they get a nice char. All right. Once those skins have a nice char on them, you're going to make sure you have all your utensils ready. Come on now. Put them into a pot, or you can also put them into a food processor or a blender. Something that you can use to blend these up into the consistency you like them. Now, I've mentioned before that I like my salsas a little on the thinner side, so I'm going to use a handheld blender. But if you want a little bit more control, throw it in a food processor, something you can pulse just to break it up into more manageable pieces. So anyways, like I said, put it into a pot or something like that. Next, you're going to want to add the juice of 1 lime. Just like so. I'm going to turn this on while I add these. Some cilantro. A touch of cumin. Now remember, these are all optional. If you don't like any of these things, don't add them. And a little bit being the key, of dried oregano. And you're probably going to want to hit it with a little more salt. Just like that. Now, I'm planning to put mine in jars and can them. If you're just doing this to eat for a meal, you can throw this over tacos or basically anything you like salsa on. You don't have to bring it to a boil. Like I said, I'm going to can mine, so I need to bring it to a boil so that these jars will seal. But that is entirely up to you. If you're making a smaller batch or if you're planning to eat it right away, you can just throw it straight into the fridge. No big deal. So, while this is boiling, I'm going to pulse it with my immersion blender. Whatever consistency you like it, this is totally a preference thing. I just want to make sure I don't have any big chunks of onion or habanero, heaven forbid. I want every bite to have a little bit of everything. So there we go. I'm going to let this boil for another minute or two, and then I'm going to transfer it into my jars. This is a great time to taste it, just to see if you need any more salt. And remember, because this is physically hot, you might feel the heat of those peppers a little more as well. That is hot and delicious. All right. I'm going to throw this in my jars. Once again, you want to make sure you're leaving about this much and above headroom. And then if you're planning to can these and let them seal, they'll need to sit untouched on your counter for about 24 hours. You might start hearing these lids pop within a couple of hours. If you're making it in the late afternoon, by the evening you might hear some popping. But try to leave them until the next day, just to make sure you don't spoil that seal. Oh, the smell coming off this is so good. That char really adds flavor. You can smell that cumin, that lime juice. This is going to be fantastic salsa. I don't want to overfill these jars, so I'm going to just put the rest in this jar and just set this jar in the fridge. This jar won't seal. There's not nearly enough in here to create a seal. That's hardly enough to save. I might just eat that with chips. Next, you're going to want to wipe these lids, these rims, with vinegar-soaked paper towel just to get any oils off of it, to make sure that these jar lids will seal. Once you've done that, hand tighten those lids. Be careful, the jars are hot. These will stay in a pantry or a cool, dark place for at least 18 months and maybe longer. Don't forget to mark what year you made them and what kind of salsa you've got. Enjoy, folks.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and keep watching this video for some bonus footage.
It's so good. It's got really good flavor.
Let's see. You eat it all?
Yep, this headache will be right away.
Eat it to me! Say eat it
Oh,
to
no.
me! Oh, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Tomato soup!
It's hot in the ears.
Just like
Oh,
a
man.
cartoon.
You look worried.
Daddy say eat it!
Do you need water?
Maybe. Oh, that's hot.
I think you need to take a deep breath.
Ah.
Daddy
Eat it, Esty. Eat it. Eat it.
I'm going in.